unless they already knew that, well, they need to win to even give themselves a chance. Because San Jose had 3, now they have 4, and they have 2.
Been head to head, and they would have beat San Jose.
Yeah. So they stupid.
That was kind of dumb.
You live yet?
I am.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
You test it. You'll fish you out of the ball.
Test 1, 2. Late start here, everybody. A couple more minutes. Teams are heading away from their goalies. Okay, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you guys are. Live from the Blue Stable Sports Center in Superior, Colorado. This is game 3, first game of the day, long day. Kept keeping the kids occupied. They did an escape room event earlier this morning. And team stretch about 2:30. And now with the delay here, almost 5:30 local time. Sun Devils in their home white uniforms. They were going to wear their matinee jerseys, but the Utah Grizzlies on our right were in black, so we will Have to wait another day for those. AJ Brandt at center. Fitzgerald right. Ishu on the left. And on defense, it's number 8, Rayhorn, and Max Stroud. Up top, bounces just over the stick of Stroud. He chips it in, sends it down into the far corner. Utah Grizzlies 0-1-1 coming into this game with a win or a loss over the Gulf Coast Flames, and they tied Lafayette Locomotive. That Lafayette, the other half of this pool that's going on behind us right now, Lafayette and the Gulf Coast Flames. A win or a tie guarantees us semifinals tomorrow. According to Curry and Ishu mathematics, possibly could get in without a win, but we don't want to do that. So semifinal game would be tomorrow morning, I believe around 9:30, and then finals early afternoon. Line change now. We've got Chase O'Hearn at center, Curry right. And on the left, it's Marvin. Weinkammer and Gill up top. Face-off controlled by the Grizzlies. Comes up top. Grayson shot off the skate of the Grizzlies. They able to send it back out to center. Grayson goes back for it. In net, it's Grayson Argovitz for the Sun Devils. Now this is Magnus Gill sends it in on Utah goaltender. Brushes it aside into the corner. Curry off the skate of O'Hearn. He sends it back in low. Marvin on the forecheck behind the net causes a turnover. And now Utah Junior Grizzlies are able to get it out. Utah Grizzlies is a minor pro program in the Salt Lake area. Of course, they now have the Utah Mammoth in the NHL. So this Junior Grizzlies program is Tier 2 program. The Wasatch is the Tier 1 program in our district, the Rocky Mountain District. Face-off will be to the right of Argovitz. 13-19, just underway here, a late start, as it has been all weekend. First period, face-off to the right of Argovitz. At center, it's Neubauer. He's got Gilmore and Glimcher with him on the wings. Behind the net now is Weekly. He had the puck, but there's going to be a delayed call here. It's going to go against the Sun Devils. Link Schwab's going to get called for their slash, maybe a hook. We'll see what the call is. Sun Devils find themselves on the penalty kill right off the bat here. Penalty kill unit's going to be Glimcher and Gilmore. And 25 Weekly, far corner, Max Stroud. Try to get that name right. Stroud, Loudon Stroud. It's not Stroud, I apologize, the last couple games. Grizzlies set up their power play. Down low, looking out in front for a pass. They keep it down low, circle. Now off the half wall. Pressure by Gilmore. And cuts inside. Glimcher could have got called for a trip. He didn't. Now he's going to get called for a hit from behind. That was an easy one there. Got away with the trip. And now Glimcher's going to head over to join Schwab. And Sun Devils now down on a 5-on-3 penalty kill for 101. 101 left on the Schwab penalty. We'll add another 130 for Glimcher. So face off again to the right of Argovitz. Ishu's going to take the face off. He'll be the lone forward on defense. It's Rayhorn. And Stroud tried to get it out, couldn't, kept in. Now loose puck out in front. Rayhorn gets a stick on it. And now Stroud's going to send it all the way down hard behind the Utah goaltender. He can't play it. It comes around the near side. Stroud goes for the change. Gill switches out with him. Still got Ishu at the top of the triangle here. Rayhorn near side. Grizzlies over the blue line on the 5-on-3. 32 seconds left on the penalty to Schwab. Kept in, shot in on Argovitz, right pad save, kicked to the near side. Pressure by Ishu. Ties his man up, and puck gets sent out towards the Utah bench. Off the bench is Fitzgerald. He swaps out with Ishu. And Fitz gets a stick on it there. Collected now by the Grizzlies. They leave it just inside the blue line. They get some fresh legs out as well. Pass across through the middle. Shot in. Argovitz off the glove. Rebound. Rayhorn takes it, throws it away. He's going to go off for a change, and Grayson Weinkammer comes out. Neubauer, 5-on-4 now. Neubauer just backhands it out towards Weinkammer, but he can't too far, so it's going to come back in. 10 seconds left on the Glimcher penalty. Utah still on the power play, centering pass, misfired by the Grizzlies. Now Glimcher's out of the box. Schaefer jumps out, 5-on-5. Shot in, blocked by Neubauer. Schaefer backhands up to Fitzgerald and then up through center. Loose puck, Neubauer tries to chip it forward. Regroup by the Grizzlies, and Weinkammer swats it out of the air. Back out to center. Off the bench is Peck and Brandt. Brandt on the forecheck. Now Peck. Puck around the far wall. Brandt plays the body. Peck keeps it in. Looking to find AJ on the back door. He couldn't. Now the Grizzlies come the other way through center. Weinkammer steps up nice. Puck turned over. Peck takes it away. Sends it up the near wall. Kept in. Shot in. Blocker saved by Argovitz. In the corner, Gill, Brandt, and Schaefer all trying to fish it out. Gill plays the body. Brandt swoops in, takes it away. Long pass across. Schaefer goes for the line change. That puck's going to come all the way back down into the Utah end. So it trickles just off the side of the post. And we got Marvin on the forecheck, Curry, and O'Hearn up front. Weekly and Schwab on defense. Schwab chips it up the wall. Marvin spins, turns, try to get it out. He can't. Bats it forward, puck back down low, and then Schwab able to get a stick on it. Rolling puck back down to the Utah end, played into the corner. Chase first on the chase down there. Up top and out. Schwab goes back for it. Pins his man against the penalty box door. Now it's sent in all the way behind Argovitz. Weekly on his forehand. Up top, or out up to O'Hearn, and a fluttering pass up to Curry. Curry's going to try to beat his man, gets it on his backhand behind the net, waiting for some help. Throws his man down. O'Hearn there to help out as well. O'Hearn waiting for help. Curry comes in. O'Hearn out of the corner. Centering pass to Marvin, just missed off the far wall. Schwab sends it back down low. Marvin dishes it off to O'Hearn. O'Hearn up top. Schwab, Weekly shot in, deflected off the back glass. Good pressure here. Marvin getting held as he goes after the puck in the corner. No call. Curry loose puck. Looking for O'Hearn in front. Centering pass blocked. Curry fights on the far wall. O'Hearn there to help out. Marvin in front. Loose puck now. Emergency icing here for the Utah Grizzlies as the forecheck. Strong forecheck by the Sun Devils. Brings up a line change. I think all 10 players swapping out here. 8:14 left to play in the first. Just underway here. Game 3, CCM Denver. Sun Devils need a point to advance, a guaranteed advance tomorrow to the semifinals. Off the faceoff, it's Gilmore. Quick shot, glove down by the Utah goalie. Faceoff will be far corner. Neubauer is going to line up. Off the faceoff, quick shot again by Gilmore, blocked. Goes and collects his own rebound. Up top, and Stroud tried to send it across to Rayhorn. He couldn't. Now Rayhorn sends it up. Glimcher flips a stick up in the air of Utah player. Centering pass intercepted, kept in, and now near corner. Glimcher's going to give chase to it. Pushes his man, takes the puck, got some real estate, tries to get him out front, couldn't. Plays the body again, puck up top, just over the stick of Rayhorn. He's going to have to retreat for it. Now reverses it up to Neubauer. Neubauer sends it in. Glimcher go for a change. Neubauer and Gilmore in the zone. Gilmore sends it out, backhanded through the middle, picked up by Ishu. Ishu dances through a few players, backhands it in, and gets his own rebound off the side of the net. Ishu looking for his 4th goal in the last 36 hours, but covered up by the Grizzlies goaltender. Brandt, Ishu, and Fitzgerald out at front. Weinkammer and Gill at defense. Trying to get the goaltender's last name. Utah fans aren't sure what it is, so we'll go with Utah goalie. Brandt in the corner. And sent in by Watts for the Grizzlies. He's going to go chase down his own puck. Brandt, long pass across. Ishu down the left side, chips it forward, gets pushed down, hauled down, no call. The referee's 100 feet behind the play. Didn't even attempt to make a call there. Brandt sends it out front, looking for Ishu, just misconnected, and now the Utah will spin behind their goaltender and exit pass through the middle, and off the bench is Schaefer. Into the corner now. Gill plays it. Loose puck. Poke check by Gill. Now Gill. Gill, the defenseman, rushing it forward. Chips it up to Brandt. Brandt down the far corner. He's got Fitzgerald out front. Centering pass. And off the pads of the Utah goaltender. And rebound went off the back of the net. Grayson Weinkammer steps in. Keeps it in now. The puck's in all the way down. It's going to be on net. Argovitz is going to have to play it. Utah on a line change. Gill looking for Schaefer way up top. Schaefer just gets a stick on it, so no icing. Puck goes down deep. In comes Peck and Schaefer on the forecheck. O'Hearn off the bench. Exit pass. Now up through center. Sent in by the Grizzlies. Rolling puck back behind Argovitz. Weinkammer sent it out in front, and it made its way up to the Utah defenseman, Padilla. He gets a shot in. Argovitz covers it up. 5:32 left. No score here from CCM Denver. Looks like Hickman is the goaltender for the Utah Grizzlies. So long, no icing, long pass attempt. O'Hearn's going to get called for a cross check here. He just went in to play the body. Chase O'Hearn over 6 feet. He's upset now. He takes another hit on the player. He took the smallest kid, pushed him a little bit. He went flying to the board. So delayed call. Hickman's out of the net for the Grizzlies on the delayed penalty to O'Hearn. Sun Devils need to touch it up here to get the whistle, and Schwab gets a stick on it, chips it up into the Sun Devil bench. So Sun Devils on to their 3rd penalty kill here. This one will be a 5-on-4 with O'Hearn heading to the box. O'Hearn trying to escape this one. I think he jumped onto the bench, but now finds himself into the box. Face-off will go to the left of Argovitz. Peck comes down to pick up Chase's stick. And we'll see another Utah power play. Looks like Curry and Marvin are the penalty killers. Curry's going to take the face-off. On defense, it's Weekly and Schwab. Schwab on the far side wall. Curry wins it in the corner. And he's going to look for Schaefer. And it's going to be a breakaway. Corbin Schaefer picks up the puck off a defenseman's stick. He shoots, he scores. Or, I'm sorry, Marvin. Marvin scores. Curry looked for the long pass to Marvin, and it went off the Utah defenseman's stick, and it fell perfectly for Marvin, and he gets the breakaway and the shorthanded goal here, and that gives the Sun Devils the 1-0 lead. I believe that's Marvin's first goal of the year. A shorthanded one and a big one here for the Sun Devils. Grizzlies still on the power play. 1:12 left on the penalty to Chase O'Hearn. And now Weekly backhands it out to center. Curry gets a stick on it. That's offsides. and should have been called because it hit his heel, but sent back into the zone by Curry. Curry's going to go for the change. Marvin went for the change, and now we've got Ishu and Fitzgerald, the PK forwards. Weekly and Schwab still in defense. Schwab went for the poke check there. He got beat a little bit. Argovitz, big save. It hit his blocker and fell into his pads. So another face-off inside the Sun Devils' end. The majority of play here has been to our left defensive zone of the Sun Devils, but shorthanded goal by Marvin gives us the 1-0 lead. 4:08 to go, 41 seconds left on the penalty to O'Hearn. Another loose puck through center on the break here. Fitzgerald over the blue line, chips it down low. Ishu stays tight on the forecheck. Now Watts has it for the Grizzlies over the blue line, down the far side. Played nicely by Ishu. He just kind of backhands it out of the zone. Now Rayhorn leaves it over to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald in the corner. Goes up top to Stroud. Stroud down low to Fitzgerald. And now Watts has it the other way. Back to full strength as O'Hearn's penalties expired. In the corner. Stroud battling two players. Physical play. Neubauer sends it around the far corner to Gilmore. Gilmore comes back with it the other way. Sauce pass through the middle. He's got Neubauer on the breakaway just off his stick if Neubauer can catch up to it. And now Utah plays it back in their own zone. Bouncing puck over the blue line, temporarily offsides delay, now cleared up. Gill comes back for it, sends it in, and hard on the forecheck goes Glimcher. Brooks Glimcher, the smallest player probably on the Sun Devils, wrestling down in the corner. Spin around shot by Gilmore, loose puck in front, and the Grizzlies able to backhand it out to center. Dumped in behind Argovitz. Gill and Weinkammer on the chase in the corner. Gilmore gets a stick on it. He's going to skate it out himself. Up through the middle. Leaves it for Glimcher, but Glimcher was going for a line change. Now loose puck picked up by Brandt. He sends it down deep. Everybody gets a change in here. Brandt on the forecheck. Brandt, physical in the corner, gets some help from Schaefer. Brandt pushed down. There's going to be a delayed call on the Utah Grizzlies. Argovitz heads to the box, and there's the whistle. Should be an interference or roughing call as A.J. Brandt was pushed down, and that will give our Sun Devils the first power play of the game. With the 1-goal lead here, 1:46 left in the first. We'll have an ice cut here at the end of the first. Brandt's going to take the face-off. Fitzgerald to the right. And Ishu on the far wall. Up top, Weekly and Schwab on the far side. Utah wins it into the corner. They send it hard around all the way past Weekly, all the way down. Argovitz is going to play it. Leaves it for Schwab. 1:36 to go on the power play and first period action here from Colorado. And the puck goes in off a stick down in the corner. Brandt stops, posts up, trying to get some space. He can't, sends it, Utah sends it back out. Fluttering puck played back by Weekly. Weekly, fans on it, but able to collect it back. Sends it up to Schwab. He loses it now back into the corner. Schwab chips it up a little too far for Ishu. Ishu gets a stick on it. Now the loose puck, Schwab into the feet of Fitzgerald. Now Weekly. Pass up to Ishu. Ishu over the blue line down the right side. Gets around the pinch. Sends it out. Shot, save, rebound. And Fitzgerald was there to bang it home. Just couldn't. Off the bench quickly comes Stroud. Sends it in. Ishu. Ishu behind the net. Up to Weekly. 42 seconds left in the first. 24 seconds left on the power play. Stroud down to Brandt. Brandt shifts, got some space in front, comes up, and his shot was deflected up into the netting. Power play 2 unit comes out. It's O'Hearn, Curry, and Marbin. On defense, it's going to be Rayhorn, number 8, and on the left, Max Stroud. O'Hearn lines up at center, pokes it through. Curry up top, Stroud. Down to Curry off of his skate, pushes it back up to Stroud. Stroud sends it down in the corner. Marbin takes a bump. O'Hearn comes in to help out. O'Hearn to Curry. 14 seconds. O'Hearn tries to find Marbin. Marbin, if he can put it back in front, Curry was there. Marbin tries to make a move inside with 4 seconds left. Utah is able to exit down the far side, and that will do it for the end of the first. Sun Devils will take the 1-0 lead into the second period, and I believe that's going to be an after an ice cut, as every 2 periods in the tournament's being cut. So after one, Sun Devils have the lead 1-0. We'll be back here in about 15 minutes, probably the top of the hour, 6 o'clock local time. All right, we're back here. Period 2 action about to get underway. Fresh ice surface. 1-0 on the first period. Shorthanded goal by Marvin, assisted by Curry. That's all we have so far. 1-0. O'Hearn's going to start off at center. I think we're still rolling 3 centers and 4 wings. Again, the injury to Cole Moyer. Hope you're doing well, Cole. Back in Arizona. Face-off underway. O'Hearn back to Gill. Gill's got Weinkammer as his defensive partner. It's Grayson Weinkammer in the corner. Sends it behind Grayson Argovitz. Now Gill on his forehand. Loses it as he's tripped up through his own zone. He slides all the way to center. I think he's lost a blade in his skate as he can't stand up on his left side. It's always a little funny to see that when a player's blade comes out. I do see the blade here just in front of the little boy in the glass down in front of us. So icing is the call. We'll get the blade picked up, put Gill back together, and yep, comes Weekly picking up the blade. Face-off will be to the right of Argovitz. It's going to be defensive zone face-off. Schwab and need one more. Okay, Schwab and Weekly. At center, Neubauer, Gilmore, Glimsher. Into the corner, Weekly backhands it to Schwab. Schwab brings it up the near wall. His pass intercepted. Now poke checked out by Weekly. Poke checked again. Neubauer, loose puck bouncing back into the zone. Weekly spins around, sends it off the wall. Good pass to Gilmore. He's hooked, but it's a delayed call. Gilmore gets a shot off still. Throws out in front, and it just went through the legs of the goaltender, Hickman, sent all the way around. Argovitz is going to head to the net for the extra attacker. Weekly's going to shovel it over to Schwab. Schwab back to Weekly. Delayed call. 6-on-5. Now Brandt winds up. Schwab up to Glimsher. Glimsher. And looks like the Utah player was able to get a stick on it. Gilmore is arguing his case as he was going to go in on a 2-on-1 with Neubauer. Power play coming up for the Sun Devils. Argovitz heads back to his net. Face-off will be inside the Utah end. 13:36 to go. 1-0 Sun Devils. From looking at the standings, looks like a win will give us the first seed, and that would cross over to the other pool, and that would line us up with the San Jose Sharks. Tomorrow, I believe, somewhere around 9:30 a.m. We'll check that later. Brandt's going to line up on the power play at center. Ishu to his left. Fitzgerald in the middle. And a Utah player is going to head. Utah player is heading to the. Not sure what's going on here. A Utah player in the box. Another Utah player went to the locker room. But we're going to have a face-off finally here underway. Power play. Sun Devils. Stroud. Stroud shot blocked. Bouncing through the middle. And now Utah has a shorthanded opportunity. Shot wide of Argovitz. He didn't have to touch it. It comes all the way up and out. And now Ishu down the right side's got Brandt. Ishu takes a shot. Saved by Hickman. Second shot off of I believe I heard a crossbar off the back wall as well. Now Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald up to Rayhorn. Stroud. Centering pass. Got on the stick of Brandt. Now down low. Fitzgerald up top again. Over to Stroud. Stroud. And that shot was right in on net, but the goaltender easily able to pick that one up. .50 seconds left on the penalty to the Utah player. Face off again inside the Utah end to the right of Hickman. Brandt goes forward with it, gets his own face off. Going to come out of the corner with it. Poke check nicely by the Utah defenseman. Ishu and Brandt fish for it. Ishu over to Fitzgerald, up top, up to Weinkammer. He can shoot, but he sends the pass down low, and the centering pass was missed by Brandt. Brandt now near side half wall, circles up top. through the middle. Goes for the pass back to Gill, but it went off a skate of the Utah player. Weinkammer quickly up to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald leaves it for Weinkammer. Back down quickly to Fitzgerald. Down low to Ishu. Quick one-timer shot in and a save by Hickman. A loose puck sent wide of Hickman as well. Now Weinkammer sends it down low to Ishu. Ishu up top. It's Fitzgerald. Near side, Gill. Shot blocked. And Utah gets their player back to 5-on-5 here. Brandt in the corner. Ishu picks up the puck. Ishu and Brandt fighting for it. Comes out. Ishu backhands it in front. Another save by Hickman. A rebound again. Hickman. Now a bouncing puck up. Kept in by Gill. Gill sends it hard around the other side. Sun Devils get some fresh bodies out there. O'Hearn off the bench. O'Hearn ties it up on the wall. Down low. It's Ishu. Quick shot. Another save by Hickman. Hickman's getting his workout here. Another save by Hickman, and Fitzgerald sends it in and just over the net. Hickman getting tested heavily here through that power play, and the puck just jumps out, so it's offsides. And we'll have a face-off just outside the Utah end. Hickman probably took on 7 or 8 shots there, a couple rebounds. Ishu probably had 3 of them, along with Fitzgerald and everybody else. O'Hearn's going to stay out at center. Curry to his right. Marvin on the near side here, 88. Schwab, 22. And Weekly towards center ice. O'Hearn leans in, wins it to the right side. Now back to Weekly. Weekly looking to find Marvin. A little too much traffic. Dishes it off to Schwab. Schwab long pass across through, all the way through to the Utah goaltender. They play it behind. Curry on the forecheck, able to sneak it out of the back pocket of the Utah defenseman, get a shot on, and Hickman again there to save the day for the Grizzlies. A little pushing and shoving after the whistle, but we'll have another face-off here to the right of Hickman. Face-off won by the Sun Devils. Curry centering pass to Marvin. He got a shot off, and Hickman again there with the save. Hickman looking at about a dozen shots here in the last 3 or 4 minutes, and he's able to save all of them. Now puck comes back out to Weekly. Schwab up, intercepted by Utah. They send it in, no icing. The other ref is 200 feet behind the play and in no hurry to get up here. Just a little stroll well behind the play here by the back end ref. This time, puck goes in behind Hickman. Played nice by Marvin. He pins his man against the wall. O'Hearn up comes in to help out. Now Peck's out there. O'Hearn gets tripped up. Now Utah defenseman chips it up on the near wall. And out comes the Utah player with some speed. Nice poke check there. And that's offsides. Delayed. Nope. Peck tends it back in. Slick Peck hard on the forecheck. Back behind Hickman. Utah reverses the other way. Neubauer cuts it off on the far side. Tries to send it back. Bouncing puck kept in by Weinkammer. Now this time another puck kept in by Weinkammer. Sun Devils with the pressure here. Shot in. Didn't make it. Tipped wide of Hickman. Peck all the way up top. Kept in by Rayhorn. Rayhorn now is going to have to go back for it. He's got Schwab on the far side. Utah goes for 3 people. Get off the edge on the line change now. Turnover by Peck. And now the Grizzlies able to center it out and send it in off of Grace Argovitz's stick into the corner. Backhanded up by Rayhorn off the stick of Schaefer, and puck comes back into the Utah end. 9:07 to go here in the second period. Long pass up by Utah. It's a 2-on-2, and Stroud on a good back check pushes his man aside. Argovitz had to make the save. Another quick turnaround shot. This time it's covered up by Argovitz, and we'll have a face-off inside the Sun Devils end. 8:55 to go. 1-0 is the score. Period 2 here on the West Rink at the Blue Sports Stable. Brandt's going to take the face off. He's waiting for Fitzgerald. He lines up. And Ishu, that'll be the forward group. It's Stroud and Rayhorn. Brandt gets it on his backhand. Pass up the center off the stick of Fitzgerald. Utah sends it in. That should be icing. It is. And we'll have a face-off. We'll spin all the way around to the left side here. And there'll be a left face-off in the far left corner. 8:39 to go. That group will stay out with Brandt at center, Ishu and Fitzgerald. Brandt leans in. He's been going forward with it. This time he goes back. It's Fitzgerald. Quickly up to Rayhorn. Touch pass and a one-timer in front by Fitzgerald. Another huge save by Hickman. Hickman's been the story here for the Grizzlies. And now chance here. Argovitz, big save off of his right pad. And a rebound just missed the net. And Brandt flicks it up and all the way down. That should be an icing call. And with 8:14 left to go in the second, we'll have a face-off. Argovitz coming up big there as well. Been a goaltending duel here in the last 7 minutes of this period. A couple big saves by Argovitz and a lot more by Hickman. Line change will bring out Glimsher, Neubauer, and Schaefer. Gill, and I believe Grayson Weinkammer, number 9 in the corner. Glimsher tried to poke check it out. Puck now behind the net. Gill plays it, pushes it around. Nice bounce pass up and out by Glimsher, and it comes all the way down. White icing's waved off. Schaefer was able to get there. He took a hit from behind, no call. And now Neubauer comes in to help out as well. Glimsher now over to Gill. Gill shot in, and a rebound, another save by Hickman, and this time kept in again by Gill. Gill shot in, blocker save by Hickman. Schaefer pushes it around the far side. Glimsher in on it first. Glimsher and Neubauer, 11 and 12. Now up top, 23. Gill thought about the shot, gets hit, sends it around. Glimsher's going to get there first on the far wall. Glimsher, left-handed, spins up with some space, takes the shot. Hickman again with the pad save. This time it's backhanded up and out. And Weinkammer's all by himself. Get some help now with Neubauer, and now Schaefer. Schaefer bouncing puck, sends it in, and that's going to send all three forwards over quickly. O'Hearn off the bench, Curry off the bench, and Marvin. Delayed offsides if he went over the blue line. He doesn't. He holds up. Back to Gill. Gill quickly up to O'Hearn. He comes back down into the defensive zone. He spins up on his forehand. A long pass off the board to Curry. Curry chips it by, sends it in. Trying to beat his man. Now O'Hearn and Curry trying to get it on the far side wall. Played nicely by Gill, and puck's sent back down the other way, and that's going to be icing. So the Grizzlies under attack here for the majority of this period, as Hickman's been the story so far here in the second. 1-0 is the score. That line will stay out. Marvin in the middle. O'Hearn, Curry, Schwab, and now Weekly. Weekly with it. Weekly over to Schwab. Shot through traffic, tipped up off the stick of O'Hearn. Now behind the net, Marvin and Curry. And O'Hearn's going to get there first in the near corner. He holds up, spins out of trouble. Long pass up to Weekly, just off the stick, and he'll have to retreat. Chips it forward. Now through center, O'Hearn. Leaves it for Schwab. All the way across to Weekly. Schwab looking for the touch pass, missed part of it. Now it's the Grizzlies the other way. They dump it in the far corner. Puck rolls in behind Argovitz. Played nicely by Weekly. And a centering pass and a slap shot attempt. Fanned on it. O'Hearn takes a big bump in the corner. And now a puck comes up to Marvin. He's just going to play it safe and send it out. Second period's got the long change here, so that's okay. That'll give Sun Devils a break here. 5:36 to go in the second. But we'll have a defensive zone face-off. It'll be Brandt at center. Peck and Ishu. Stroud will be on the left defense in the corner, and out front it looks like Rayhorn. Into the corner, Stroud, he gets pushed from behind, no call. He's able to dish it over to Rayhorn. Rayhorn is trying to find Peck, but he's going to go all the way down. Icing's waved off. And Ishu slams his man in the corner. AJ Brandt holds it up on the far wall. Peck in there on the defensive side as well. Peck trying to come out with it. Puck's backhanded up by Utah. Sent in on net and score! Rayhorn sent it in through traffic, and it may have been tipped, but Hickman couldn't stop that one. It went through, no problem, to the back of the net. So Ishu's going through the line first. I thought it might have been tipped, and looks like he's going to take credit for it. So it'll be Ishu from Rayhorn unofficially. And maybe Peck on the second assist by digging it out on the far wall. 2-0 is the score. 5:09 left in the second. And the line change will bring out a fresh group, which will be Neubauer, Schaefer, and Glimsher. Rayhorn with the goal or the assist there, depending on the final scoring. And Stroud, Rayhorn and Stroud. Utah coach is pretty upset about something. Not sure what the argument's about. Shot on net and it was a goal. It's pretty clean. Neubauer lines up, wins it back to Stroud through his skates all the way down. He gets chased in from behind, and he's able to push it over to Rayhorn. Rayhorn looking for the centering pass. Neubauer almost got a stick on it, but it goes all the way down for icing, so we'll have another face-off here, and this one will be to the right of Argovitz. Neubauer lines up the lefty, first-time player for the 16 Tier 2 team, newcomer this year. Well, 6 or 7 of the players are returners from last year, most of the 09s. About half the team is 10s. Long pass up by Stroud. Glimsher puts himself offside, so there's a delay. Glimsher loses his footing, but puck gets on the stick of Schaefer, so Schaefer gets whistled down for the offsides here, and that'll bring up a line change, at least on the defensive side. Weinkammer and Gill. Gill's got his medal back in his skate, so he's ready to go. And that forward group will stay out. Schaefer, Neubauer, and Glimsher. Face off on the near side. Gill fighting for it, pushes it up to Schaefer. He tried to exit pass to Neubauer, but it was shot in on net, and Argovitz had to push it into the far corner off his blocker. Utah showing a little bit of life here. Shot in and easily gloved down by Argovitz. No traffic in front. So another face-off inside the defensive zone. And Coach Coyne says, time for a line change. Forwards will go off, and that brings out O'Hearn's line. Typically been paired with Curry and Marbin. Marbin with the shorthanded goal in the first. O'Hearn wins it back. Weinkammer backhands it to Gill. Gill turns around, spins it up. Marbin trying to pinch it up the near side, taken away by Utah, but recovered nicely here. This time, Marbin now has it. It's a 3-on-2 from right to left. Marbin able to beat his guy down the left side. He's got some space, cuts inside. A dangerous move, but it's loose out in front and now taken away by the Grizzlies. They have a 3-on-2 the other way. Nice back check by Marbin, able to disrupt the 3-on-2. Curry just softly backhands it up to Grayson Weinkammer, the defenseman, coming down the right side. He's pushed and shoved and hooked and no call. He goes sliding into the corner. And now back the other way again. It's a 2-on-2. It's nice play there. Backhanded in over the head of Argovitz. Comes to the far side. Curry tucks it around one player. He's going to take it behind Argovitz. And a pass to Gill. Gill, defenseman. Long pass up to Ishu. It's offsides and icing. So I don't think he got a stick on it. If he did, it was going to be offsides. If he didn't, it was going to be icing. So refs are going to discuss. It has to be one of the two. They're going to be it's going to be an offside, so he must have got a stick on it. So we'll have a face-off just in the neutral zone. Brandt goes forward with it. Fitzgerald and Ishu. Now Brandt. Brandt takes it down the corner. Sends it out in front. Ishu is there. A lot of traffic in front. Another save by Hickman. Chipped up and out. Schwab decides not to play it. And we'll have an icing here. Argovitz will just send it all the way back 200 feet the other way. 3:01 left in the second. Face off. One forward by the Sun Devils. Fitzgerald sends it up a little too quick for Schwab, but Ishu through center. Everyone's onside. Brandt throws it in the corner, chases his man down, tries to stick check and loses his footing, and now the Utah Grizzlies are back the other way. Through center, Ishu is there to pick that one off. Now sent in over the head of Weekly. It rolls in behind Argovitz, played into the corner by Schwab. Schwab and Brandt forward and center down in the corner, and Weekly comes in to help out. Everyone's whacking at it, but Weekly's able to come out with it. He's hooked along the way, and he's been hooked for 100 feet, no call, and the puck comes back the other way. Schwab's going to go back for it. He shovels it over to Fitz, up the wall. AJ tried to get a stick on it, he couldn't. Shot over the right side of Argovitz. Centering pass off the skate of Weekly and back out. They'll send it in. Schwab with some time in his end. Long pass, Ishu. He's got Peck coming through the middle. Nice pass through center. Slick Peck. Comes in, a rolling puck covered up by Hickman. With 1:43 left in the second period. The game behind us must be over. I see some locomotive jackets showing up for our game. So let's see if we can get a final score. Off the face-off, it's Peck. Stroud. Block shot by Rayhorn. Loose puck, Neubauer. And Schaefer swatting at it. And now back the other way. Shot in. Played off the stick and grabbed out of the air by Argovitz. Final score behind us in the other rink. Lafayette looks like they were able to win that game 1-0 against the Gulf Coast Flames. So Gulf Coast Flames will be heading back to the Gulf of America. And here's a delayed call coming up as Neubauer was hooked down. Most likely, I believe Lafayette should be the 1 or 2 seed in our division. Assuming a win or a tie here by the Sun Devils would give us a 1 or 2 seed. So the Flames and the Grizzlies would be in a consolation game tomorrow. We're going to have a power play as the Utah player is going to go to the box for hooking. PP2 is going to start this one. It's going to be O'Hearn, Curry on the left, Marvin in the middle. Up top, it's Stroud and Rayhorn. O'Hearn on the faceoff, wins it nicely back to Rayhorn. Shot over the net, bouncing puck over the stick of Curry. O'Hearn up top, Stroud. O'Hearn on the near wall, down low to Curry. O'Hearn, Stroud. Moves it over to Rayhorn. Bounces over his stick. Up top, Max Stroud. Down low to O'Hearn. Looking for the centering pass off the stick of Marvin. Now Stroud. Stroud through some traffic. Hard shot, but into the glove of Hickman. Nice movement. Puck movement there by the Sun Devils. That group will stay out. It's going to stay O'Hearn at center. Grizzlies will send out 2 fresh bodies. 1:02 left on the power play, and now Coach Coyne's going to switch out the forward group. So we'll see Brandt, Ishu, and Fitzgerald. AJ on the faceoff goes forward. He's gone forward with a couple times as he's able to get into the corner and get it. This time it's sent out by the defenseman. No icing on the penalty kill here. Rayhorn with some speed comes up through center. Rayhorn down the left side, 27 seconds left in the second period. AJ pushes it back down to Rayhorn, but intercepted. Now it's deflected over the far side. Stroud swoops in. Max Stroud inside, outside, and able to cut around. Backhands it one-handed in on net, and Hickman pushed it aside, and I believe it was Brandt for the rebound. Nice individual effort by Max Stroud. Able to beat two players. It was Fitzgerald that was there for the rebound. So Stroud on the effort, one-handed on his backhand, sends it in on net, and Hickman left a nice rebound there, which Fitzgerald was able to clean up. So 3-0 now. 10.2 left in the second. That penalty will automatically expire for the Grizzlies, so back to 5-on-5. Neubauer lines up, Schaefer to his left, and I believe Glinch on the right. Gill and Weinkammer on defense. Saved by Argovitz, pushes it back behind his net. And with the horn sounds, the period comes to an end. No ice cut, will just be a few minutes here, and we'll be back for third period action.
I know.
You gotta be the delivery.
He needs to come in.
I had Michael.
All right. We're back. Quick turnaround between second and third. 5-on-5, 3-0. Third period underway. Glimsher, Neubauer, and Gilmore. Off the stick of Gill and Weinkammer now on defense. Long pass up off the skate of Gilmore. And there's a penalty coming up on Gilmore. A little bit of a dive, but there's going to be a trip, I believe, on Gilmore. So Gilmore is going to head to the box. And Utah to the power play. Face-off will be the left of Argovitz, who's back on our left side. Penalty killers going to be Glimsher and Neubauer. Neubauer is going to line up at face-off. Weinkammer and Gill. Neubauer wins it back to Gill. Gill on the forecheck. Shot in on Argovitz. He made the first save. The second one went wide, and now Sundayville's able to push it back out to center. Dumped in by the Grizzlies. Gill's going to get there first. Aggressive forecheck here and penalty kill. Weinkammer backhands it up, bouncing puck off the toe, and Neubauer trying to chip it out, trying to do it, and nice activity here in the corner. Neubauer, shot up top, off the stick of Argovitz, and now Glimsher should have sent it out. He kept it in. Now Watts tucks it inside, and backdoor pass almost connected. Grizzlies on the hunt here, and centering pass does come out to center. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4 Sun Devils changed up, so it's Weekly and Schwab, O'Hearn and Peck. O'Hearn physical on the near side. Now it comes back to Weekly. 18 seconds left on the penalty to Gilmore. Schwab tried to make a pass. He should have just sent it down. They're on the penalty kill here. Sometimes these kids forget they can ice it now this year with that rule change I've mentioned. Inside, outside, Utah player 1-on-5. Peck tries to exit the zone. This time he's able to get a stick on it. Gilmore's out of the box and Schaefer's on the ice. 22 number 22, Schwab sends it down. That'll be icing. So with 12:58 left to go in the game, face-off back down again inside the Sun Devil end. 5-on-5. We'll have Weekly and Schwab, and then so Hearn, Schaefer, and Peck. Weekly behind Argovitz. Up to Peck, a bouncing puck off of his stick, picked up by O'Hearn. It's a 3-on-1 if it develops. Peck in the middle, takes the shot, well wide of the net. All the way back to Schwab and Weekly. Now they leave it for O'Hearn. He tried to find Peck up through the middle, but he was turning the wrong way. Now it's sent in off the back wall. Argovitz plays it. Weekly rims it around. Schaefer up to Peck. Peck's got O'Hearn on the break. Couldn't quite get there. Now it's sent all the way back the other way. Icing called from 200 feet to our right. I don't think these refs have made it through the neutral zone yet. Curry's going to take the right side here. Brandt and Marbin, Rayhorn, and Stroud. Loud and Stroud. Puck comes back to Max Stroud. Up to Curry. Curry backhands it in off a stick of the Utah defenseman. They D to D and up and out. Now Brandt able to flip it in, bouncing puck in on Hickman. He's going to play it. Leaves it for his defenseman. Behind the net. Heavy forecheck and by Brandt. Now Utah up far side. Curry chips it back to Stroud. Off a leg, and now Marbin's out there. Marbin, Curry, and Brandt. Through Marbin, up to Rayhorn. Rayhorn went for the shot. That was blocked off the foot of the Utah player. Stroud finds Brandt through the middle. He's got Marbin on the back door off of his skate, and what a beautiful goal. He able to get a one-time off his own skate on the pass from Brandt. Heavy hit on the far side by Gill. And now behind Argovitz is Rayhorn. Rayhorn reverses it back to Gill. Gill, hard pass up to Ishu. Ishu bounces it out. Brandt, heavy hit on the far side. He was stood up. Now Ishu over the blue line all by himself. Brandt goes for the line change. He's got Fitzgerald coming off the bench and Neubauer. Ishu into the corner. Fitzgerald with the goal just a few moments ago to give the Sun Devils the 3-0 lead. Now Utah back the other way. Was offsides. They didn't call it. Weinkammer backhands it to Gill. Gill up to Ishu. Nice pass to Neubauer. Neubauer holds up, cuts inside out up to Fitzgerald. He backhands it down in and sent into the near side. Neubauer gets there first. Fitzgerald tries to send it up, taken away by the Grizzlies. And chipped in behind Weinkammer. Gill goes back for it, muscles his way, leaves it for Weinkammer. Weinkammer behind his net, pass up to Ishu. He tries to chip it out, kept in, and then fanned on it. Now, bouncing puck, and a one-time attempt just to the right of Argovitz. Gill backhands it up to Fitzgerald. A nice, smart play there. It's going to give Ishu a break here and a breakaway. Ishu in, rebound, score! On the follow-up, it's Weinkammer, Grayson Weinkammer with the goal. Nice chip play through the neutral zone, and looked like Ishu was going to be tied up with the defenseman. He was able to get ahead of him, and Grayson Weinkammer, the defenseman, following up on the play with a nice rebound. So back-to-back rebound goals for the Sun Devils, and that pushes us to a 4-0 lead here midway through the third. Is that his first or second? First? Okay. That's Grayson Weinkammer's first goal of the year. He's a 2010 defenseman. So a couple firsts for a couple players here in this one. Good to see 4 goals up on the board with some time to go. It's the Gilmore at right. O'Hearn and Glimcher are your forwards. Weekly and number 22, Lynx Schwab on defense. Glimcher creating havoc behind the far side. He got a shot on net. Gilmore had the rebound. It was saved by Hickman. Now it's set up top. Weekly tried to get a shot off, and he's going to have to hustle back for it. Schwab comes across. Weekly takes the center guy. Shot through the crease. Grayson Argovitz didn't have to touch it. Now a loose puck in front. Weekly up to Glimcher. Glimcher slashed hard, no call. Tries to tuck it in, and Gilmore's all the way up in the play as well. Now Weekly again leaves it at center for O'Hearn. Back to Schwab, up to Glimcher. He tries to get it in deep, misses it. He goes for a line change. Now back the other way, intercepted by O'Hearn. And now bouncing puck played off the stick of Hickman. Peck, big check into the corner as he came in off the bench. It's Schaefer on the play now, and nice back check hit by Brandt. Shot in, blocked by Stroud. And Stroud just throws his man behind the Argovitz, and he went flying into the wall. So Max is going to go to the bench. The Utah player is given a mouth to Argovitz. He's taken away. Most likely it'll be a power play for the Grizzlies as Max Stroud is going to go to the box, and I think that's it. Argovitz definitely is getting in the action a little bit, giving it to the Utah player, but Utah is going to be on the power play here. 4-0 Sun Devils lead, 1:30 on the penalty to Max Stroud. And Schaefer is going to line up at center with Peck as his wingmate, and Gill on defense with Rayhorn. Peck and Schaefer are able to combo it out of the zone. Now Rayhorn plays it nicely. Peck backhands it down, no icing as we kill off this penalty to Stroud. Peck forechecks behind the net. Utah, long bouncing pass through center. Schaefer tried to get a stick on it this time. Gill does. He poke checks it out, and Peck's going to send it all the way down into the near corner. Peck's going to go for the change. Schaefer on the forecheck. Off the bench is Curry. And intercepted by Curry. Off the bench, he was pulled down, no call, and Utah comes back the other way. It's Schaefer and Curry, Rayhorn and Gill. Nice chance here by Utah. I believe that went off the stick end of Argovitz. Good save there as that was labeled for the top left corner. Pass across. Now Gill in the corner. Easily handles his guy. Schaefer chips it up, and that's going to go all the way down. Curry's going to chase it down and see if he can beat his man. Curry, heavy hit, destroys his kid in the corner, and Utah still comes back the other way. 2 seconds left on the penalty to Stroud. He's out. Now another chance. Argovitz with a save. Rebound, and Argovitz actually, I believe, made 2 saves. A little extra after the whistle as I believe Marvin took a shot at one of the Utah players. He's going to get called for that, so a little bit too much after the whistle. So Utah able to get one there after the penalty expired. So it was a 5-on-5 even strength goal. Argovitz made a great glove save, and then I believe got a toe on another one, but the third chance rebound results in a goal. And Sun Devils are now going to be back-to-back penalty kills with Marvin picking up the extra after the whistle. So, well, it looks like they evened it up. So it's going to be 5-on-5. Utah sends a player to the box as well. So it's going to be Neubauer at center, Gilmore and Curry. And then now Schwab and Weekly are on defense. Gilmore out of the corner, sends it out front off the skate of Neubauer, and Hickman was there for the save. Curry into the corner. Hammers his guy. He's going to get called now. Adrenaline getting going here, and Curry's going to head to the box once the Sun Devils touch up. So he'll join Marvin in the box, and now we'll see a power play here for the Grizzlies. It was 5-on-5, so now will be a power play for the Grizzlies. Face-off will be down to our left and to the right of Argovitz. Curry to the box on a roughing call, 1:30 up on the board. 4-1 is the score, 5:55 left in the third. Neubauer lines up at center, wins it into the corner. Weekly off the glass. And Gilmore tries to golf it out. He couldn't, kept in by the Grizzlies. Now they have an opportunity. Send it in. Blocker saved by Argovitz. Loose puck in front. They got another chance at it, and this time it's cleared away by Schwab. Hickman out of his net to play it. Schwab changes up with Max Stroud. He's paired with Weekly. Weekly's trying to get off. They switch sides on our left. And now here comes Utah through center with some speed. Down the right side. Shot. Argovitz save. Loose in front. He covers it up. No whistle. And finally you get a whistle. Argovitz had to put his body on top of that one. Marvin's out of the box, so that match penalty has expired. Still 5-on-4 Grizzlies. Face off to the left of Argovitz, and Brandt will take it. He's got Ishu with him on the PK forwards, and Rayhorn, and I believe, can't see who's down the far corner. I believe it's Gill. Nope, it's Max Stroud. 57 in the corner, 19 at center, 97 and 8 in the middle. Brandt wins the faceoff forward up into the Sun Devil bench. We'll do it again. Brandt goes forward with it again. This time Utah able to backhand it in. Argovitz off the stick, off the back glass. Now loose puck in front. Rayhorn tried to exit it. Did get out to center off the Utah defenseman's stick. They're back through center, and Stroud tries to backhand it out again. Kept in. Padilla for the Grizzlies. Off the crossbar. Bounces out in front of Argovitz. He couldn't find it. Now it's rifled all the way down. Played by Hickman. 4:42 to go. 16 seconds left on the penalty to Curry. Long pass up to Watts. He leaves it for Eagle. Now Brandt tried to sneak up and take that pass away, but Watts sends a shot in well wide of Argovitz. Curry's out of the box. Fitzgerald's on the ice. We're back to 5-on-5. Ishu and Stroud in the corner. Ishu's going to walk out with it. Pushes it forward. It's a 3-on-1. Back to the middle. Ishu, shot, score! Lucas Ishu took it out of his own zone, pushed it up to, I believe it was Fitzgerald, but nonetheless, Ishu picks up his second goal of the game, or fourth or fifth of the weekend, so that'll be the fifth goal of this game. It's 5-1. They've got the scoreboard incorrect at 4-2. So Ishu with the fifth goal of the night. And O'Hearn sends it in for the Sun Devils. O'Hearn has got Glimsher and Gilmore out there. Now 5-1, under 4 minutes to go here in the third period. Weinkammer up to Gilmore off of his skate. And Gill steps up, makes the pass to O'Hearn. O'Hearn rips it off the stick of Hickman. He makes another save off the shot from Glimcher. Now Glimcher in the corner. Looked to send it low to high, but intercepted. Now this should be icing off the stick. Waved off. It's an obvious icing call. Weinkammer plays it behind. Now O'Hearn. O'Hearn sends it around to Glimcher. Glimcher saw Gilmore all the way up the near side. Gilmore is going to come back the other way. 3:17 left and rolling here in the third. Fifth goal scored by Ishu a moment ago, and a 5-1 lead for the Sun Devils. O'Hearn up to Glimcher. Inside, outside, he stood up. And now we're going to have a delayed call here. It was either Glimcher or Gilmore hit the stick of the Utah player. So we'll have maybe a game. It's probably an unsportsmanlike. It's going to be Glimcher. Glimcher goes to the box, and we'll have another power play here for the Utah Grizzlies. Curry and Marvin are going to be the killers, and it's Weinkammer and Gill on defense. Last chance here for the Grizzlies. They find themselves down by 4 with under 3 to go. Curry kicks it forward off the faceoff. Shot easily pushed into the corner off the blocker of Argovitz. This time shot in wide. Gill goes to the corner, pushes it forward. Curry chips it just out through center. Utah Grizzlies wind up their power play. Down the right side with some speed, centering pass. Weinkammer was there to push it aside. And Gill chips it up off the glass into the corner. Nice hit there. Grizzlies shot in, and it was tipped in front. Argovitz couldn't do much about that one as Utah defenseman shot it in on the ice, and it was tipped up about 2 feet to the left of Argovitz. So Utah gets the power play goal, and they cut the lead down to 3. 5-2 now. 2:07 left to go. Brandt, Peck, and Schaefer at forward. And on defense, it's Weekly and Schwab. Weekly back for it. Sends it around near side. Peck off of his stick up top. Shot in again on net. Argovitz pad save to the corner. Weekly's going to come out with it. He's got some space. He's going to come all the way up the left side. Cuts through the middle. And poke checked away nicely by the defenseman for the Grizzlies. Weekly comes back, and now Brandt. Rolling puck. Brandt collects it, sends it up and out. And runs his man over. Nice clean hit at center. Schaefer on the forecheck, trying to get a stick on it. Now it goes into the corner. Schwab, backdoor to Weekly, up to Peck. Peck, Brandt. Brandt flips it up into the Grizzlies' end. They quick back the other way. Now Schaefer leaves it for Schwab. Now to Weekly, now Peck. Peck cuts through center, leaves it for Neubauer, who's off the bench. Neubauer, Ishu, and Fitzgerald head out. Fitzgerald chips it in. Loose puck bouncing up to Rayhorn. Rayhorn shot in. Hickman made the initial save, and now Rayhorn again. That one's blocked. Under 45 seconds left now. And Ishu intercepts that one. Fitzgerald chips it in. Neubauer back behind the net, sends it back the other way. Fitzgerald pushes it up to Max Stroud. Finds Fitzgerald. Quick shot, rebound in front. Ishu was almost there for another one, but it was swatted away. Now Rayhorn leaves it over to Stroud. Hard pass up to Ishu off of his stick. And that's going to just about do it here. 12 seconds left. Ishu out of the corner. Shot in. Hickman save. He covers it up. We'll have one last face-off. He's pushed after the whistle. Utah player pushing the ref, pushing Ishu, and giving it to Max Stroud over there. And they're going to just send this player as he bounces his way off Sun Devil players. They're going to just send him right to the locker room. That's going to be the end of the tournament for the Grizzlies. They'll just wind up in a consolation game tomorrow. So 7 seconds left here, maybe one more face-off, and Sun Devils will advance to be the #1 seed tomorrow morning. Now we can tie this all together and give you some times for tomorrow's semifinal games. I believe we are the A1 seed, Pool A, first seed. So that looks like it's going to be 9:30 a.m. And that's going to be on this same rink again, assuming this is correct. And I believe it will be against the San Jose Junior Sharks. If it's not 9:30, it's 10:30, but it looks like 9:30. First seed here tomorrow morning. Final score from Superior, Colorado. Argovitz with the win in net. Sun Devils with the 5-2 win, and they move on to take the first seed tomorrow morning in the semifinals. We'll see you tomorrow morning here from CCM Denver.